Alright, here we go with the rundown on the Binding of Isaac. Binding of Isaac is a roguelike. I guess we'll play as Isaac. It's a roguelike, which means that basically it's a game designed to make you miserable. And a great example of roguelike, I am not sure what this item does or what this power does. Oh, good. Makes me cry more, so my rate of fire is increased. Yeah, the whole trick with any roguelike is that it's a risk-reward kind of game, and you don't really ever know what's going on, what you're going to get. The room layout is different, the bosses are different, what you'll fight is going to be different, your power-ups can be radically different in this game. There are numerous opportunities usually for you to make a choice. You can do there can be rooms where you'll have a choice to take on an extra power, but it's at the cost of one of your hearts. Sort of a deal with the devil, in this case pretty well literally. Sometimes you get a reward for doing so, sometimes you get a penalty for doing so. It just wildly depends. Boss battles tend to be a lot like this in some fashion. Each boss has different patterns. But yeah, you gotta get to your boss, beat him, go to the next level, have it amp up in difficulty, continue to get your power-ups, face your, in this case, your mother. Possibly if you have strong religious sensibilities or a weak stomach, the game is not for you. As well as if you don't like, it's not a game that's really meant to be, quote, really beaten in a final sense. You can get to the final boss type of thing in different ways, and you'll just keep fighting, and you repeat, lather, rinse, and repeat. Yeah, Isaac's got some problems. That's actually one of the more mild things. People taunting him is probably one of the least of the things that have scarred him for life. But yeah, in the basement you'll find all kinds of different challenges. Some are more like this, where it's kind of puzzle-esque, but most of them are different types of action, sort of bullet hell kind of stuff. Generally, you need to kill everything in the room to progress. Some of the challenging aspects of it are that you can't really predict from run to run what you're going to face. Sometimes you'll get a great set of power-ups. You'll get really weak enemies or bosses that you're very comfortable beating. Other times it's just going to be a mess from start to finish. There are different unlockable characters that have different attributes. Some of them have reusable powers. Some of them add less health to begin with, or have more base power. It just depends. So let's see what I get. Get a bomb. And yes, there is a tremendous amount of poo in this game. When attack fly. Yeah, that sounds promising. And I've got sort of my little revolving thing that is protecting me. But yeah, the game is not for everybody based on content, and possibly also the challenge. So yeah, bombs blow stuff up as I'm just trying to quickly illustrate. Spiders, I don't really see much. My attack fly is not really attacking much. Oh, but perhaps he's one of the proximity things, so if I'm close to something, he'll hit it. Okay. Well, that's one of the things. I have played the game many times, but I really don't even begin to know all the different power-ups, because there are just loads of them. This is probably one of the easier bosses to fight overall. One definite thing is you have to sort of get used to not looking at the things flying at you themselves. You really need to be focused more on the shadow, because sort of in a three-dimensional sense, like when these things fly out and they're moving in 3 dimensions, since they're 2D objects, you have to really sort of get a feel for where they're going. Sends 2 bosses down. Coming for you, Mom. Oh, that's another type of heart. Oh, yeah, got a binky. I'm a little smaller. Got a little extra health. Shooting faster. And now we're down in the caves. Eventually you will get into more unusual locations, like eventually your mother's uterus, and other wonderful things. Oh, and red... Oh, this guy. He's fast. The red poop regenerates and harms you. Why? I do not know, but this game is really not a game to ask why. You just sort of are along for the weird ride. There are things like secret rooms that you can find. I don't even know what that is. I in some ways am terrified to think of what it may be. But yeah, the game is definitely weird, a bit on the pricey side at $40. That is how much. Generally, it's a little more expensive than, say, it would be on Steam, where the reason this game, like I knew about it, I had it on PC. It was a big favorite of mine, and the ability to take this on the road and play it sounded really appealing. So for me, I know the game. I know I love roguelikes. $40. It's a little high, but I'd consider it if you can get into roguelikes, if you can get into the repetition of accepting the fact that that it's more like an old arcade game where you're just gonna play and enjoy yourself, die, and then just go one more time, one more quarter. If you are that kind of gamer, then yeah. So now I have a pill. Don't know what it does. I'll wait until I'm around. Pills can have a positive effect. They can really screw you over too. Sometimes you'll just piss yourself. So yeah, well, the energy isn't really helpful to me because I don't have. If I had an item up in the left-hand corner, that 48-hour energy, that battery would regenerate the ability to use that. Get used to glowing stuff on the floor, it's going to hurt you. So I can't walk on the sort of the green icky stuff, and whatever those things are. Some shoot. Oh, and yeah, those bombs. The reason I'm running away from those because they proximity explosion. Yeah, lots of farting noises. Woo. But the nice thing is those bombs do harm his own dudes, so it's at least a little bit fair. Though they don't get hurt by running around on the icky green. Yeah, it's definitely a weird game. But like I said, I enjoy just zoning out and giving it a run or two. There are challenge modes which change things up quite a bit. You'll open with some truly bizarre set of powers that you need to then figure out how to get through the game with. I've had ones where you start out, you cannot shoot at all. You won't be able to shoot there the entire game. You'll have sort of like this fly that I've got. You'll have things that are around you. Oh, there's the thing I was talking about where you can make a deal with the devil. So I can choose these power-ups. I don't really remember what they are. Oh, those harm you. That's why they have the troll face on them. They're going to blow up. So if I take any of these, I lose one of my red hearts. The problem with losing your red heart is that the red hearts are the ones you can regenerate with heart cell. The gray ones, those are temporary. I'll have them, and then when I lose them, they're gone. With red, they'll just go empty, and then I can get hearts. I can get hearts and I can refill them. But this looks powerful. The mark. Oh, damage is up. Now I have a nice little mark on my head, but now I'm down to 2 red hearts, so my ability to regenerate kind of stinks. Oh, but now I have a little super meat bite. Oh, indeed. Yeah, he'll shoot every once in a while. How nice. So see that red heart? I have full red hearts. I can't pick it up. And actually what will happen is those gray ones will be the first ones that'll go away if I get hurt. So then when I'm down to just the red hearts at the end, I can't regenerate. I can only regenerate so much. So yeah, it's a risk-reward kind of thing. But aside from that, there's not much to say. It's a weird game. It's a slightly pricey game. If you've never played a roguelike, Perhaps it's a bit on the expensive side, but it is probably the most normal, what I consider normal roguelike on the Switch right now. Competing against Tumbleseed, which is coming soon, which is a roguelike, but enormously different, though I enjoy it greatly, and we'll be talking about that in its own rundown. You also have Has Been Heroes, which is also a roguelike, but also completely different. Each of them has their own strengths, but in terms of what a traditional roguelike would be, out of the options that you have on the Switch, Isaac is probably the most, it's certainly the most well known, but it is probably the most traditional roguelike. And since there's shooting involved, it has been through the most paces, because like I said, it's been out on PC for quite some time. So it's going to be the most refined amount of keys, so I can't get my power up. So it's a solid good time. It is definitely challenging. If you don't mind the challenge, you will be playing it for quite some time. But hey, if you don't like to be challenged, or the imagery and the subject matter imagery bothers you, certainly it is not for everybody. There's no question. But yeah, it's a good time. Love it. Check it out if you are so inclined. And aside from that, that's another rundown.